ABC News, I'm Dave Packard. Chairman of the Fulton County Board of Commissioners, Rob Pitts, says they'll contest the seizure of hundreds of election materials from the 2020 presidential election by the FBI.
We will fight this with everything we have.
President Trump has for years claimed fraud in the 2020 election that he lost to Joe Biden. Senate Democrats striking a deal to avert a partial government shutdown and move forward with a package of bills that separates Homeland Security funding. Programs in a 5-bill package will be funded through September, but the Department of Homeland Security would be funded for just the next 2 weeks. The Senate still has to vote on it. Meanwhile, Border Czar Tom Homan now signaling plans to draw down the number of federal agents in Minneapolis following 2 deadly shootings of U.S. citizens and weeks of protests. President Trump this hour declaring a national emergency with respect to Cuba, saying, quote, the government of Cuba has taken extraordinary actions that harm and threaten the United States. It allows for additional tariffs for countries that sell oil to Cuba. This is ABC News.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Meet Dave. Hardworking, but lately bills have been piling up. Now Dave is short on money. With rent due and having bad credit, Dave was worried. Lucky for Dave, there's 47fastcash.com. Dave went to 47fastcash.com, and within minutes he was approved for $3,000. Best part, Dave got his money the next day. When you need fast cash help, go to 47fastcash.com. 47fastcash.com.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Bouse Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good evening and welcome to Lancaster High School. It's SWC boys basketball tonight on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The first place Lancaster Flying Arrows 11-3 and 5-0 in the SWC, hosting second place Dodgeville 9-6 overall and 3-2 in the SWC. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel is powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, and Laley Center Monroe. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, welcoming you to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. The second half of the SWC season begins this evening, and this is a rematch of a classic between these two that met back on December 12th, where Lancaster got the win 79-78 thanks to 4 clutch free throws by Dane Kaufman in the final 10 seconds to lift the Arrows past the Dodgers and ultimately keep Lancaster in first place. They haven't let up from that first place spot since the start of the season. All 3 of Lancaster's losses have come to SWAL teams, and in fact, the Arrows have lost 2 of their last 3. Their last loss in their last game on Monday night when they lost to Southwestern 66-58. The Arrows trying to get back on the right track against the Dodgers, who are on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a win on Tuesday night against non-conference opponent Belleville, 87-57. In that game, Bryce Cuba-Lockhart had 29 points. Jace Elverson had 17, and Elliot Hessling had 16. And with this being an SWC matchup, if it's not already big enough, there's an undercurring storyline that we're paying our attention to, as there are 2 players on the verge of scoring 1,000 points on their respective careers. Zach Hermson of Lancaster is 16 points away, and Bryce Cuba-Lockhart of Dodgeville is 18 points away, and both these players averaging well over the points that they need to reach those milestones here this evening, so we'll keep tabs on that throughout the evening. Zach Hermson averaging 22 points per game, and Bryce Cuba-Lockhart averaging almost 20 points per game. In the last matchup between these two teams back on December 12th, Zach Hermson had 27 points for the Arrows, and Bryce Cuba-Lockhart had 18 points, matching the total that he would need to get the record here this evening. On our Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest, we have a pair of SWAL games on our other Queen Bee Radio family stations tonight. Over on X1071, we have Mineral Point taking on Southwestern, and on Super Hits 106, Darlington is taking on Cuba City. If we get you updates on those scores, we'll bring them to you on our Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Coming up next on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with Brian Knapp of Lancaster and Matt McGraw of Dodgeville. I was able to ask them about the players on the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. We'll also get you the Fullers Milker Center starting lineups, the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, and the opening tip between Dodgeville and Lancaster in SWC boys basketball. The Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
There's a reason Metz Welding has been the Midwest's premier shop for tractor and skid steer attachments for over 45 years. Excellence when it comes to customer service and quality work. Metz Pro Series line includes skeleton and brush grapples, bale movers and spears, brusher mowers, tree pullers, stump buckets, and buckets of all sizes. Turn to them for custom steel design and fabrication. Visit MetzProSeries.com to learn more. Give them a call or stop in to Metz Welding in Gratiot, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30. Pregame 1.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. SWC boys basketball tonight between Dodgeville and Lancaster. We're joined by Dodgeville head coach Matt McGraw. Coach, thanks for joining us. Coming into tonight's game with an overall record of 9-6 in second place in the SWC, heading into the second half of conference play, taking on the Flying Arrows tonight, coming off a win against Belleville on Tuesday. Things seem to be trending in the right direction for Dodgeville as of late. Talk about the team's play and what you've seen from the Dodgers to this point in the season.
Yeah, I agree with you. Things have certainly been trending in the right direction. Won 3 in a row right now, 2 of them being conference games. So happy with how the guys are progressing. And, you know, we got a big one tonight with Lancaster. They got us by 1 at our place in a game that was hard fought and back and forth. And, you know, we need to repay the favor tonight.
Yep, and looking at the season so far, what's been the biggest area of improvement that you've seen from your team? And when Dodgeville does play well, what are the strengths of the team?
Yeah, the most improved has been our rebounding. You know, most nights when we're on the court, we're undersized height-wise, and we've really worked hard in practice, and the guys have really committed to boxing out and improving that stat, and it certainly has helped us be more competitive. As far as what we need to do to be successful, we've got to get up and down the court. Transition points are key for us. But if it's not there, when we're at our best is being able to realize that, okay, we're now not in transition. Now we've got to run our half-court stuff, get paint touches for finishes or dumps or kickouts. That's when we're at our best, when we get paint touches and we're a little patient if we don't get transition points.
All right, Matt McGraw, the Dodgeville head coach, with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show, getting ready for the matchup against Lancaster in SWC boys basketball tonight. The Russell office's injury report, if it's not injuries this time of the year, it's different illnesses and stuff that have been working away around the school districts. How are things looking on the injury front for the Dodgers, and will there be any injuries or illness that will impact tonight's game?
Yeah, at the varsity level, we're, I'll knock on wood, but pretty healthy right now. We went through some sickness a few weeks ago, but it happened to be in a time that we didn't have a lot of games, which hasn't been a whole lot this year. Seems like we're always playing 3 games a week, but yeah, we're healthy and at full strength tonight.
All right, excellent. That's good to hear. And then the matchup against Lancaster, you talked about it earlier about how, they got the win on your home floor 1-1. And, really up until the final 10 seconds of the game had Lancaster on the ropes. So are there things that you can take away from that first matchup that carry into this game, even though that game was all the way back in early December? And are there things that Lancaster has improved on that your team has to really focus in on for tonight's game?
Well, there are obviously a lot of similarities. I was actually talking to the Belleville coach before their game and how they play conference games, quite a bit later. And so when they play their second time, it's only, could only be a couple weeks later. So when we play and it's a couple months later, they could be a whole different team. They, like I said, they have a lot of similarities, but their big 3 are solid, and they were when we played them the first time, and they still are based on stats and film. They do a lot of things really well. They're willing to shoot a lot of threes. They're willing to have quick offense, and we can't allow them to get into the flow that makes them comfortable, which is early shots. If they've got a good shot, they want to take it. We've got to get out and challenge and make sure that those things don't happen. And Zach has been playing really good basketball. I think he's averaging just over 20, and he's certainly, in film that I've seen since we've played them, he was really good against us. Don't get me wrong, he scored a lot, but I think he's even a little more dynamic than he was at that point, which is hard to believe since he played so well against us. But he's a really nice player, and we've got to be able to at least limit him in some ways tonight.
All right, should be a fun matchup. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Thanks. Appreciate your coverage.
Yep, absolutely. That's Matt McGraw, head coach of the Dodgeville Dodgers. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at travelwisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
And welcome back to our True Crime Podcast. Our guest today is Sean Cleary.
Wait, what? We are supposed to be doing a commercial about Cleary's storage, ag, and sports facilities.
Great point, Sean. It was a warm summer evening in 1978 when a young man with a hammer...
Whoa, again, not a true crime podcast. I want to talk about Cleary designing the building of your dreams.
In a world where things aren't what they seem.
Okay, give me that. Good grief. Visit ClearyBuilding.com today and experience the Cleary difference.
Escape the winter chill at Mount View RV's Cabin Fever Weekend, Friday, January 30th through Sunday, February 1st. See their impressive selection of new 26 and 25 models inside their spacious showroom and enjoy early bird specials with up to 20% off most in-stock parts and accessories. Mount View RV has the top brands of new and used travel trailers and fifth wheels at the biggest RV event of the season, January 30th through February 1st only at Mount View RV. Family owned since 1998, exit 26 off Highway 151, Belmont.
Pregame 2.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster hosting Dodgeville in a big SWC boys basketball matchup tonight. We're joined by Brian Knapp, the head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. Coach, thanks for joining us. Got to see the game against Southwestern on Monday night. An unfortunate loss, 66-58. Have lost 2 of the last 3 games, all the losses on the season coming to SWAL teams, but undefeated in conference, and now the second half of the conference season coming around, taking on a very potent Dodgeville team. Talk about the team's play as the second half of conference play rolls around.
Well, we're going to have to play better tonight than we did on Monday against Southwestern, so second time around. First time we played them was a 1-point game and exciting game, so I'm anticipating kind of the same type of game tonight.
Yep, in that first matchup, it was free throws by Dane Kaufman down the home stretch in the final 10 seconds that ultimately got Lancaster the win. What things can you take away from that first matchup to prepare you for this game? Because that game feels like an eternity ago since the early part of December.
You know, I think we're both pretty similar teams. Both teams have a lot of guards that like to shoot and run and get up and down the floor. And the key to the game, one of the keys would be rebounding, making sure we don't give them second opportunities, offensive rebounds, and when we do rebound it, transition going the other way.
All right, Brian Knapp with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. The Lancaster head coach getting ready for the matchup against Dodgeville and SWC boys hoops tonight. Russell Office's injury report, team health. Seems like everyone's been good to go the last couple games. How are things looking on the injury and illness front for the Flying Arrows?
Well, we had a little bit of the flu bug go through us, but everybody will be with us tonight. No injuries, and everybody's healthy now, so we're ready to go.
All right, excellent. And then you kind of alluded to it, our key to the game against Dodgeville. Seems like they were in control in that first matchup, so obviously some things that you can take from that first matchup coming into tonight's game. What stands out to you the most about this Dodgeville Dodgers team, and what does Lancaster have to do tonight?
You have to locate number 2 and number 21 on the defensive end of the floor, and they both like to attack the basket, and they both like to shoot the 3, so you know, we have 2 kids that we'll have on them that we feel can defend them solid enough and come out victorious.
All right, should be a great matchup. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Brian Knapp, head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
Pregame 3.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Let's set up the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. For the visiting Dodgeville Dodgers, 9-6 overall, 3-2 in the SWC, currently in the second place spot in the conference, heading into the second half of conference play. Their starting lineup goes like this: a junior, number 0, Griffin Bush. Bush averaging 6.2 points, 4.7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.5 steals per game. A senior, number 2, Bryce Krubot Lockard. Lockard is 18 points away from reaching 1,000 on his career, and he's averaging 19.3 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block per game. Also in the starting lineup, a junior, number 5, Elliot Hessling. Hessling averaging 7.3 points, almost 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.5 steals per game. A junior, number 21, Jace Halverson. Halverson averaging 14.5 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2 steals per game. And rounding out the starting lineup for Dodgeville, a senior, number 22, Andrew Hessling. Hessling averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist per game. The Dodgers are coached by Matt McGraw, and he's assisted by Pete Keith, Josh Bush, Will Bourne-Mum, Bob Adler, Eli Fitzsimons, and Carter Grimm. For the home team, the Lancaster Flying Arrows 11-3 overall, 5-0 in the SWC. Their starting lineup goes like this. The 6'5 senior, number 1, Zach Hermson. Hermson averaging 22 points, 7.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2.5 steals per game. Hermson 16 points away from reaching 1,000 on his career. The 6'1 senior, number 2, Brady Schmitz. Schmitz averaging 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal per game. A 5'10 senior, number 3, Dane Kaufman. Kaufman averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal per game. A senior at 6'1", number 11, Taylor Williams. Williams averaging 14 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals per game. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, a senior, 6'2", number 13, Anthony Bush. Bush averaging 0.8 points per game. The Arrows are coached by Brian Knapp, and he's assisted by Dave Bowen, Tom Driscoll, and Joe Schulte. Those are the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at FullersMilkerCenter.com. We'll take a final timeout. We'll bring you the national anthem and the opening tip between Dodgeville and Lancaster. This has been the Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Tip-off coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
The weather can be unpredictable in the Tri-States. Tune in to 97.7 WGLR and we'll keep you up to date on all cancellations and delays affecting the Tri-States. Cancellations and delays are presented by Avercamp Auto Body. This is Rose from Avercamp Auto Body on Main Street in Platteville. You can rely on us for complete and professional auto body repair services. Whether it's paint, frame straightening, glass repair, or replacement, we do it all. Avercamp Auto Body on Main Street in Platteville. Check us out on Facebook and online at avercamp.autobody.com.
Hi, this is Doug Dolter with Dubuque Mattress. Mattresses are not something that you should have to unbox and set up yourself. Frankly, they're cumbersome. That's why at Dubuque Mattress, we deliver, set up, and get rid of the old mattress for you. And it's not just for people in Dubuque. We deliver just about anywhere. Chicago, Des Moines, Minneapolis, Kansas City, or anywhere in between. So, when it's time for you to get a new mattress, let Dubuque Mattress take care of all of it for you. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 1.
Tonight's national anthem by the Lancaster Pep Band. Ahead of our matchup in the SWC as the Lancaster Flying Arrows host the Dodgeville Dodgers on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. We'll get you the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game in just a moment once the lights come back on. Our game tonight brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Ragetz and Deneen Dahl with Ragetz and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. By Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. See at bank.com, member FDIC. And by McNett Electric in Belmont, they can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Again, as a reminder, on X1071, we have Mineral Point against Southwestern. And on Super Hits 106, it's Cuba City taking on Darlington. Some swell rivalry games going on this evening on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. And again, if we get any updates on those games, we'll bring them to you on our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Today's game also brought to you by Clear Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. And by Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. We're also brought to you by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. Also by Bob's Electric of Dodgeville, offering top quality appliances from GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and Speed Queen. Bob's Electric in Dodgeville. And the lights come back on, so we can now get you the colors of the game. Brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Lancaster in the home white Nike jerseys. Lancaster written across the chest in blue with blue numbers and gold trim. Dodgeville in the traveling black jerseys. Dodgers written across the chest in orange with white numbers. Dodgeville wins the tip. They are working from right to left, as we see it from the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Ball swung over to the high left side to Griffin Bush. Bush with a right-handed dribble gives off to the top to Jace Halverson. Halverson looking to his left, now dribbles to the left side of the paint, runs into a double team, back out to the top. Nice pass down low, nice finish off the glass for Andrew Hessling. Andrew Hessling gets the first point on the board for Dodgeville. 30 seconds in, Dodgeville 2, Lancaster nothing. Lancaster with their first possession on offense. Dane Kaufman dribbling to the left wing, out to the corner. Catch and shoot 3 for Brady Schmitz. Back iron, no. Gets his own rebound in the corner. Driving baseline, reverse layup. Bounces off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Elliott Hessling of Dodgeville. Griffin Bush brings it across the timeline, gives off to Bryce Kruba-Lockard on the left wing. Dribbles to the right elbow, pass down low, shot, spins off the side of the rim, no good for Andrew Hessling, but a foul against Lancaster will send him to the line. Ball goes against Anthony Bush. That's his first personal, team foul number 1. Hessling at the free throw line. Airball's it short. Hessling on the season, averaging 46% from the foul line. Loading up for his second attempt and knocks that one down. Andrew Hessling now with 3 points on the game. All 3 points for Dodgeville, just over a minute gone by in the first half. 3-0. Dodgeville on top of Lancaster and SWC. Boys basketball on WGLR, the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. As Dane Kaufman loads up for 3 on the left wing. Goes out the side iron, no good. Rebound collected by Jace Halverson. Halverson brings it across center court, gives off to the left corner. And a shot put up and knocked down by Bryce Kruba-Lockard. Kruba-Lockard now 16 points away from 1,000. 5-0 Dodgeville on top of Lancaster. Overhead pass across center court by Kaufman, finding Brady Schmitz. Schmitz driving towards the basket. Scoop layup is good. Brady Schmitz gets on the board for Lancaster. 5-2. Dodgeville on top of the Arrows. 16-18 left in the first half. Ball on the high left side to Griffin Bush. Bush out to the top to Jace Halverson. Halverson to the left elbow, stops his dribble, looking for someone to pass to. Able to find a teammate in Elliott Hessling on the high right side. Hessling skips over to the corner. Halverson, with baseline, nice feed down low, nice finish for Andrew Hessling. Nice start for Andrew Hessling. 5 points on the game so far, 7-2. Dodgeville leading Lancaster. As Dean Kaufman trying to get past Griffin Bush at center court. Passes to the corner, and the pass goes out of bounds. Lancaster turns it over. 15:39 remaining in the first half. Dodgeville 7, Lancaster 2. Rural Mutual agents John Reagans and Deneen Dahl with Reagans & Dahl Insurance Group. Tackling off your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. Ball poked out of bounds on the far side of the floor. Last touch by Taylor Williams. And Dodgeville will inbound on the far sideline. Basketball also brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Griffin Bush hands off to Jace Halverson at the top. Now works its way over to the left corner as Elliott Hessling trying to find a teammate. Finds Griffin Bush in the left corner. Exchanges passes with Andrew Hessling. Now over to the high right side. Elliott Hessling driving. Lost the handle down low. Back out to the top. A jumper just inside the three-point arc is knocked down by Jace Halverson. 9-2 Dodgeville in front of Lancaster. Under 15 minutes to play in the first half. Zach Hermson driving towards the basket. A Euro step in the lane and a foul against Dodgeville. Will send him to... Thought they were going to send him to the line, but they're going to say it was on the floor. So Zach Hermson will inbound for Lancaster on the baseline right side. Hermson gets the inbound pass, gives off to Dane Kaufman on the high right side. Kaufman finds Taylor Williams on the left wing. Williams driving to the free throw line, looking for a teammate. Finds Schmitz in the left corner. Schmitz to the left elbow. Now out to Dane Kaufman in the left corner. Kaufman gets back to Schmitz. Schmitz in the lane. Scoop, layup. That one rolls in for two. Brady Schmitz with all 4 points for Lancaster, 9-4. Dodgeville leading Lancaster, just over 14 minutes to go in the first half. Driving in is Elliott Hessling. His shot's no good. Lancaster with the rebound. Hermson back the other way, and he's going to finger roll it in for two. Zach Hermson, 14 points away from 1,000, 9-6. Dodgeville on top of Lancaster, 14:57 and counting in the first half. Rescued by Lockard. Catch and shoot three on the right wing. Off the front of him, no good. Hermson with the rebound. Hermson down the floor. And a layup is made by Taylor Williams. And just like that, the Arrows are back to within one, 9-8. Dodgeville on top of Lancaster with 13:35 left in the first half. Shot off the front of him, no good. Hermson with the rebound. Hermson pushing down the floor. Finds Taylor Williams. Williams trying to lay it in. His shot's no good. Gets his own rebound. Second chance, no good either. And Elliott Hessling boxes out for the rebound for Dodgeville. Dodgeville leading by one with over 13 minutes left in the first half. Pull-up jumper left side of the lane. That one knocked down by Jace Halverson. Tough shot over his defender, able to knock it down. 3-point lead for the Dodgers. Zach Hermson Euro steps and banks it in for two. Zach Hermson with 4 points. He needs 12 to reach 1,000. 11-10. Dodgeville leading with 12:50 to play in half number one. All skipped in. Nice feed down low. Nice finish off the glass for Andrew Hessling. Andrew Hessling with some easy buckets under the basket, and they're going to say a blocking foul on Griffin Bush as Dane Kaufman tried to force his way across center court. It'll be the second foul against Dodgeville. And personal foul number one on Griffin Bush. Lucas Weber checks into the game for Lancaster. Inbound pass gets into Zach Hermson. Hermson with a cross-court pass to Taylor Williams in the right corner. Williams, pull-up jumper. Right side of the paint, airballs it over the rim, and the rebound collected by Bryce Cuba-Lockard of Dodgeville. 12:15 to play in half number one. Dodgeville 13, Lancaster 10. Ball in the right corner to Gentry Olsen, who's in the game now for Dodgeville. Finds Jackson Jabs. Down in the left corner to Bryce Cuba-Lockard. Lockard, double team right side of the paint. Gives back out to the top to Jabs. Jabs finds a teammate down low. Jumper by Gentry Olsen. Back iron, no. Zach Hermson with the rebound. Hermson lobs it across center court to Taylor Williams on the right wing. Tosses to Brady Schmitz in the corner. Williams gets it right back. Now to Hermson on the left wing. Hermson spinning. Left elbow. Pull-up jumper. Knocks it down and the foul. The hoop and the harm, and he's got an opportunity for one more. Zach Hermson now with 6 points. And he's 10 away from 1,000. 11:39 to play in the first half. Dodgeville 13, Lancaster 12. The foul goes against Bryce Cuba-Lockard. That's his first, team's third. Hermson with the first free throw for Lancaster on the game, shooting 79%, and he knocks it in. 7 points for Zach Hermson, now in single digits, away from the 1,000-point mark on his career. We're tied at 13. Jumper for Halverson, knocks down another. Jace Halverson with 6 points for the Dodgers and puts Dodgeville back in front, 15-13 with 11:22 to play in half number 1. Hermson in the free throw lane, gives off to Taylor Williams in the corner. Williams trying to pass back out. Ball tipped and still loose on the floor, poked out of bounds. They're going to say it's kicked out. Lancaster student section says it stays with them, and Lancaster will keep it. Taylor Williams checks out of the game. Dane Kaufman back in for the Arrows. McNett Electric in Belmont can assist with all your electrical needs, whatever they need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Brody Krubel with the ball, gives off to Zach Hermson. Krubel gets it right back down low, runs into a double team, trying to get back to Hermson. Ball's loose and recovered by Dodgeville. Griffin Bush under the basket, finds an open teammate, and finishing for the Dodgers is number 21, Jace Halverson, with 8 points for the Dodgers. 4-point lead for Dodgeville, 17-13 with 10:42 remaining in the first half. Krubel finds Brady Schmitz cutting towards the basket. Scoop layup, no good, but a foul will send him to the line. It'll be the 4th foul on Dodgeville. It's the first on Blake Stadola. And Brady Schmitz at the line. He's got 4 points already. And the first free throws spit back out, no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Claire Make with the 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. And my Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Schmitz misses the second free throw off the front of the rim. Dodgeville with the rebound. Dodgers 17, Arrows 13, 10.5 minutes to go until halftime. Chase Halverson at the top being guarded by Lucas Weber. Tosses to the right wing. Pull-up jumper for Stadola off the front of the rim, no good. Kaufman collects the rebound for Lancaster. Kaufman trying to get past the center court strike, getting past Jackson Jabs. Now dribbles to the left elbow, finds Lucas Weber in the corner. Weber cutting towards the basket, finds an open teammate, catch and shoot 3, back iron no, shot missed by Brody Krubel, and the rebound collected by Dodgeville. 10 minutes left in the first half. Dodgeville 17, Lancaster 13. Fun one here early on at Lancaster High School. Ball left corner by Gentry. Olsen, ball was loose but recovered on the high right side by Jace Halverson. Halverson dribbles behind his back on the right elbow, trying to pass inside, but it's stolen away by Hermson. Hermson gets ahead to Kaufman. Kaufman to the corner. Now to Schmitz. Schmitz on the right wing, spinning his way in the lane, back out to Kaufman in the right corner. Kaufman in the lane. Pump fakes and knocks down the shot. Dean Kaufman with his first points of the game. He's the 4th different scorer for Lancaster, 17-15. Dodgeville leading the Arrows. Now Stadola with another jumper right side of the paint, knocks it down. Blake Stadola averaging 5 points per game. Gets his first points there, 19-15. Just over 9 minutes left in half number 1. Dane Kaufman to the right wing, spins his way to the right elbow, gets to Krubel in the left wing. Now to Hermson in the corner. Hermson takes one dribble to the left elbow, gets back to Krubel in the left corner. Krubel finds Schmitz on the right wing. Schmitz stops his dribble on the SWC logo on the free throw lane. Now finds Lucas Weber. Weber driving towards the basket. His shot's blocked from behind by Jace Halverson, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Lancaster, and the Arrows will inbound as Zach Hermson will check out of the game. Back in is Taylor Williams. Also checking in for Lancaster's number 23, Brady Mack. Lucas Weber will throw in the inbound pass, baseline left side. Game today brought to you by Edward Jones Reeswealth Management in Platteville and by Utter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. Inbound pass gets into Krubel in the left corner. He'll dribble to the top of the arc. Hands off to Kaufman on the right wing. Kaufman tosses to Brady Mack in the left wing. Now left corner to Lucas Weber. Weber lost the handle. It was poked out of bounds. Last touch by Jace Halverson. Lancaster keeps the ball with 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Dodgeville 19, Lancaster 15. Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. Brady Mack gets the inbound pass for Lancaster at the top of the arc. Spins his way into the lane. Picks up his dribble looking for Dane Kaufman. Ball ricocheted but recovered by Kaufman on the high left. Now finds Krubel on the right wing. Krubel gives to Lucas Weber in the corner. Weber, overhead pass to the left corner to Taylor Williams, driving towards the basket, layup off target, and an offensive rebound was momentarily had by Krubel, but Dodgeville quickly back the other way. Skip pass and a layup is no good, as the layup was missed by Isaiah Argall. Ball poked out of bounds, and it will stay with Dodgeville. As the Arrows were the last to touch it, Griffin Bush checks out of the game, back in, or checking in, I should say, is number 1, Brock Fockler of Dodgeville. About pass to Halverson, gets in as Bryce Kuba Lockard loaded up for 3. Ball was airballed out of bounds, and it will be Lancaster basketball under 8 minutes to play in the first half. Dodgeville 19, Lancaster 15. Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. Dane Kaufman with a yo-yo dribble across the center court stripe. Finds a teammate in the corner, catch and shoot 3, side iron, no. Rebound collected by Fockler of Dodgeville. Chase Halverson will bring it across center court. Driving in the lane, banks it in. Tough shot by Jace Halverson. He's in double figures with 10. 21-15. Dodgeville leading Lancaster with 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. As Kaufman coming back the other way, his shot rolls off the side of the rim. Lucas Weber had the offensive rebound momentarily, but then the ball finally coming away for Isaiah Argall of Dodgeville. And Argall will bring it across center court for the Dodgers. Gives off to Halverson. Halverson finds an open teammate, and banking it off the glass and in is Andrew Hessling. And a timeout taken by the Arrows. 23-15. Dodgeville leading Lancaster. It's a 30-second stop with 7:05 to go in the first half. We'll keep it here and tell you that our game is brought to you by the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville. Offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. Also by West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Cranston, the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. And by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists, the pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. 7:05 to play in the first half. 23-15. Dodgeville leading Lancaster in SWC boys basketball on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. As Hermson loading up for 3 in the left corner. He overshoots the rim, and Jace Halverson comes away with the rebound for Dodgeville. Halverson tosses to a teammate. Now a catch and shoot 3. That one airballed short by Isaiah Argall. And then the putback is made by Dodgeville, and it's the first points for Brock Fockler. 10-point lead for Dodgeville, 25-15, 6.5 minutes to go. Shot put up in the paint, no good by Hermson, but a foul called against Dodgeville. Was it in the act of shooting, or was it on the floor? And it looks like it's on the floor, so it'll be Hermson inbounding for Lancaster, baseline right side. Breckler Insurance Group, for all your insurance needs. See Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Dane Kaufman with the ball between the rings, hands off to Brady Schmitz on the right wing. Now the right corner to Hermson. Hermson 9 points away from 1,000. He'll pull up for a jumper. That one spit back out. The rebound collected by Jace Halverson of Dodgeville. Push ahead to Fockler in the right corner. Fockler picks up his dribble. Dane Kaufman trying to poke it away. Ball given back to the high right side to Isaiah Argall. Argall finds Griffin Bush on the left wing. Dribbles into the paint. Now finds an open teammate on the high right side. That's Fockler. And a pass down low. Shot missed, but 2 free throws coming up for Dodgeville. Isaiah Argall will go to the line. Second team foul against Lancaster. Stops the clock with 5:58 left in the first half. Dodgeville 25, Lancaster 15. And number 15, Isaiah Argall at the line, averaging 3 points per game and shooting 50% from the charity stripe on the season. And the first free throw drains in. The foul was against Dane Kaufman, his first. 11-point lead for Dodgeville. Biggest lead of the game for the Dodgers. Second free throw also knocked in. Isaiah Argall with 2 points. From the free throw line, Argall checks out. Andrew Hessling back in the game for Dodgeville. 27-15. Dodgers on top of the Arrows. Under 6 minutes left until the Big Nine Electric halftime report. T. Coffin loading up for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Elliott Hessling. Dodgers push it across the floor quickly. Ball at the top, now left wing to Elliott Hessling. Hessling trying to skip it inside, but Zach Hermson telegraphs that one and steals it away. Drills behind his back across center court, spinning his way in the lane. The layup is good. What a move and what a finish by Zach Hermson. Zach Hermson with 9 points. He is 7 away from 1,000. 27-17, the new score. Dodgeville in front. Ball on the high right side, Elliott Hessling. Trying to get past Brady Schmitz. Dribbles to the top of the arc. He'll skip it over to Griffin Bush on the high left. Bush lost the handle momentarily, being guarded by Zach Hermson. And he'll give off to the top to Jace Halverson. Dodgeville fans wanted a hand check foul. No foul called. Driving in the lane. Now a toss to the right wing. Three-pointer coming up off the front of the rim. No good. Hermson with the rebound for Lancaster. Hermson gives out to Taylor Williams, who will bring it across the center court stripe. Finds Brady Schmitz is open for three in the left corner, and he knocks down the triple. Arrows fighting back with 4:35 left in the first half. 27-20. Dodgeville in front. Griffin Bush to the high right side. Elliott Hessling. Ball swung over to the left corner to Griffin Bush. Ball given to the top, and it's stolen away by Taylor Williams, and Williams coming back the other way. He'll lay it in for two. Taylor Williams with the steal and score. He's got 4 points. 5-point lead for Dodgeville, 27-22. Dodgeville is led by as many as 12. As Andrew Hessling has it in the left corner for the Dodgers. Gives off to the high right side to Jackson Jabs. Now in the corner to Griffin Bush. Bush takes one dribble inside the three-point arc. Now back out to the high right side to Jackson Jabs. Jabs looking for a teammate. Ball was deflected, and they're going to say it was off the fingertips of Dane Kaufman. Ball will stay with the Dodgers. Kaufman checks out of the game. Brady Mack back in for the Arrows. Taylor Williams will also get a breather as number 13, Anthony Bush, back in the game for Lancaster. No pass nearly stolen away by Zach Hermson, but a catch-and-shoot three on the right wing is knocked down by Jackson Jabs. Jackson Jabs with his second three-pointer of the season makes it an 8-point lead for Dodgeville, and a hand check foul called against Griffin Bush. So he was trying to get caught stealing on number one, Zach Hermson. 16 foul to half for Dodgeville. 3.5 minutes to play in half number one. Dodgeville 30, Lancaster 22. Brady Mack is off to Krubel in the left corner. Krubel with a couple dribbles to the left elbow. Now gives off to Mack. Mack trying to skip it inside to Krubel. Back out to the top to Brady Schmitz. Schmitz driving, hands off to Hermson. Hermson pull-up jumper inside the free throw lane, knocks it down. Zach Hermson with 11. And he is 5 away from 1,000. He might get it in this first half. 3 minutes to go until halftime, 30-24. Dodgeville leading Lancaster in SWC boys hoops. Jackson Jabs gives off to the top to Griffin Bush. Bush finds a teammate in the right corner. That's number 11, Gentry Olson. Olson at the right elbow looking for someone to pass to. He'll skip it over, and a timeout taken by Dodgeville. That'll stop the clock with 2:42 left in the first half. Dodgeville 30, Lancaster 24. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And tell you that our game is brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel and Kieler, and at WCC-brands.com. By Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City, and at ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Basketball also brought to you by Lancaster Auto Body in Lancaster, specializing in top-quality collision repair, leaving your vehicle looking as good as new. Lancaster Auto Body, where they say we meet by accident. See them in LancasterAutoBodyLLC.com. And by Gorgon Funeral Services, caring for families since 1916. Gorgon Funeral Services in Dodgeville and Mineral Point. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Ginger and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Our audio stream tonight powered by Kunis Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Platteville. The Kunis Service Department cares for all makes and models and is open Monday through Saturday. Head to Kunis in Platteville. Coming out of the Dodgeville timeout, Dodgers inbounding baseline left side as Elliott Hessling gets the inbound pass in. A player for Dodgeville hit the deck on the left corner. Didn't see who it was. Dodgeville fans wanted to foul, but no foul called. On the right side of the paint, jumper by number 15, Isaiah Argall, no good. Scramble for the rebound, collected at the free throw line by number 11, Gentry Olson. Now a three-pointer coming up, off the front of the rim, no good. Shot missed by Argall, and the rebound collected by the Arrows. Taylor Williams sprinting across the floor. Catch and shoot three, left corner, knocked down! Brody Krubel with the triple. 3-point lead for the Dodgers as the Arrows have clawed back. Trail by as many as 12. They're back to within 3 with 2 minutes to go until halftime. Floater in the lane is knocked in by Jackson Jabs. 5 points for Jackson Jabs, 32-27. Dodgeville in front, and Zach Hermson went to his knee across center court. Could have been a potential travel, but the official right there says he was able to keep his dribble as he went to the ground. Krubel at the top of the arc is off to Dane Kaufman. Arrows trailing by 5 with 90 seconds left until halftime. Scramble for the basketball. Behind the back pass by Taylor Williams to Hermson. Hermson misses the shot under the basket, but free throws coming up for Hermson, who's got 11 points. He's 5 away from 1,000 on his career. It's the second foul on Elliott Hessling. Team foul number 7 of the half on the Dodgers. Hermson loading up for the free throw. That one spit out, no good. Game brought to you by Krantz Auto Parts. The Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. Hermson loading up for the second free throw. And that one's no good. Whistle on the rebound. And they're going to say a foul on Lancaster, as I believe it was a push on Brady Mack. It is indeed the foul on Mack. That's his first, team's third for Lancaster. Minute 22 and counting in the first half, 32-27. Dodgeville leading the Arrows. Estadola with the ball on the high right side for Dodgeville. Lost the handle, but able to recover and give off to the left side to Jackson Jabs. Now Argall to the left wing. Gives back to Jabs. Jabs has the ball poked away from behind by Brady Mack. Coffin comes away with the steal. Mack gets it right back, and he'll lay it in on the steal and score. 3-point lead for Dodgeville, 32-29, just over a minute left. On the left corner to Olson. Olson dribbles out of the corner, now to the right elbow. Finds an open teammate down low. That's Stadola, reverse layup. Off the side of the rim, no good. Hermson with the rebound for Lancaster. Hermson driving in. Finger roll is good. Zach Hermson with a big first half. 13 points. 3 away from 1,000. 1 point lead for Dodgeville, 32-31. We'll see if Dodgeville holds for the last shot before halftime. Stadola gives to Jace Halverson in the right corner. Halverson, he'll pull up for a jumper over Taylor Williams. No good. Hermson with the rebound. And Hermson started sprinting, but then stopped right at the center court stripe. Now with the left-handed dribble into the paint. Gives to Coffin. Catch and shoot three. That one spit back out. And we go to halftime with our score. Dodgeville 32, Lancaster 31. A fun, action-packed first half from Lancaster High School. Coming up next, we'll bring you the McNett Electric halftime report. We'll do a quick check on the shoebox scoreboard. See if we have any scoring updates on the games across the area. And preview what we have coming up in basketball and wrestling coming up this weekend. As the McNett Electric halftime report comes your way next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt's Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. In Game 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Lely Center Monroe, and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical at the half. Dodgeville 32, Lancaster 31 in a fun first half of high school boys basketball tonight. Our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest on Super Hits 106. And Swall boys basketball, Darlington leads Cuba City 13-9 with 9:20 to play in the first half. John Satterley with the call of that game, again on Super Hits 106 and superhits106.com. We also have Mineral Point taking on Southwestern on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Rob Spangler with the call of that. No update on that score as of yet. Coming up, we'll tally up the first half stats of our game here in Lancaster as Dodgeville leading the Arrows at the half, 32-31. We're back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
In Game 3. In Game 4.
It seems like the cost of everything is going up, so it's nice to save a little dough when you can, especially for something you love to eat every day. Before I go grocery shopping, I print out a coupon for $1 off any Country Hearth, Village Hearth, or Artisan Hearth bread product. My favorite is Dakota Style 12 grain. My wife's breakfast go-to is a toasted Village Hearth English muffin. We can save $1 on each. Go to countryhearthbreads.com/coupons and print 1 or 2 out before your next shopping trip. And don't forget, Country Hearth, Village Hearth, and Artisan Hearth bread products are baked locally and delivered fresh daily.
Celebrate the Dinky's 100th anniversary this Saturday, January 31st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Fenimore Railroad Historical Museum. The Dinky was a narrow-gauge trail that ran around southwest Wisconsin. The train's last trip was between Woodman and Fenimore on January 30th, 1926. Special program at 11 a.m. Stop by for a tour. Check out the displays and learn more about this piece of southwest Wisconsin history. See the Fenimore Railroad Historical Museum Facebook for details.
In Game 4.
Time now for the McNett Electric halftime report. For all your electrical needs, call McNett Electric of Belmont. At the break, 32-31, Dodgeville leads Lancaster on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. And what a fun first half we had here in Lancaster, as Dodgeville has led wire to wire. Dodgeville led by as many as 12 in the first half, but the Arrows have been able to come on strong in the latter part of the first half. Lancaster has outscored Dodgeville 14-5, or it's been a 14-5 run for the Arrows to close out the first half to make it a 1-point ball game. And looking at the individual scoring for both teams, Dodgeville is led by Jace Halverson with 10 points in that first half. Andrew Hessling had 9. 5 points for Jackson Jabs. And 2 points apiece for Brock Fockler, Bryce Kruba-Lockard, Isaiah Argall, and Blake Stadola. Bryce Kruba-Lockard needed 18 points to get to 1,000 for the Dodgeville Dodgers. He has to have a big second half if he plans on achieving that here tonight. Also, as a team for Dodgeville in the first half, they were 3 for 4 at the free throw line, and they had 1 3-pointer, that one made by Jackson Jabs. For the Lancaster Flying Arrows, they are led by Zach Hermson, who had 13 first half points. He is 3 points away from 1,000, likely going to get that here in the second half. Also scoring for Lancaster, Brady Schmitz had 7. 4 points for Taylor Williams. 2 points apiece for Dane Kaufman and Brady Mack. And everyone except Lucas Weber, who saw action, scored for Lancaster in that first half. As a team, Lancaster is 1 of 5 from the free throw line. And the Arrows they had 2 3-pointers in that first half. Getting the halftime score, 32-31. Dodgeville leading Lancaster at the break. We'll take another timeout. We'll tell you what we have coming up later on this weekend on our Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule as our McNutt Electric halftime report wraps up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
Having a doctor or primary care provider is essential for your overall health and wellness, and getting the care you need should be simple. Don't have a primary care provider? Easy. With convenient hours and clinic locations in Lancaster, Cassville, Potosi, and Fenimore, Grant Regional Community Clinic makes it easy to get primary care close to home. We have a dedicated team who are ready to care for you, and best of all, we create long-term relationships to keep you and your family in the best possible health. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With 6 convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Mineral Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
In Game 5.
Wrapping up the McNutt Electric halftime report on 97.7 Country WGLR, 32-31. Dodgeville leading the Arrows at the half. On our Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. On X1071, Southwestern leads Mineral Point at the half, 34-29. Rob Spangler with the call of that one on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And another halftime score that just came in. Thank you to Brad Adams. Schallsburg defeated Benton in girls basketball 74-49. Coming up tomorrow night in girls basketball, we will have Belmont at Barneveld. That'll be a fun one on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Then on Saturday, the wrestling clash. The SWAL and SWC teams going at it in Richland Center. Coverage of that begins at 8:40 right here on 97.7 Country WGLR and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster begins with the ball to begin the second half as a jumper right in front of the basket missed by Anthony Bush. Dodgers with the rebound. Dodgeville leading 32-31, 15 seconds into the second half, and driving towards the basket and finishing is Jace Halverson. Jace Halverson now with 12 points for the Dodgers, 34-31, Dodgeville in front. Catch and shoot three in the left corner. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. It's pulled down by Griffin Bush of Dodgeville. Halverson driving towards the basket, trying to skip it back to a teammate, but it's loose and recovered at the top by Elliott Hessling. Open three in the left corner, knocked down by Griffin Bush. Griffin Bush with his 15th three-pointer of the season. Dodgeville with a hot start to begin the second half. Dodgers back in front by 6, 37-31. And driving towards the basket is Zach Hermson. It ricochets off the left side of the rim. Bush with the rebound for the Dodgers. Bush with a left-handed dribble, skips it down low to Hessling. Hessling back out to the top to Halverson. Swung over to Elliott Hessling on the left wing. Skips inside. And finishing at the glass is Bryce Cuba-Lockard. 4 points for him. 14 points away from 1,000 on his career. Dodgeville out to a 7-0 run to begin the second half. Catch and shoot three for Brady Schmitz in the right corner. That one knocked down for the Arrows. His second three-pointer of the game. He's in double figures with 10. 39-34, 16-20 left in half number 2. Griffin Bush stops his dribble just off the right side of the point. Now it's out to Elliott Hessling. Hessling dribbles to the left elbow. Finds Halverson cutting towards the basket. His shot ricochets off the right side of the backboard. And an overhead pass is nearly intercepted and finally picked away cleanly by Elliott Hessling, just keeping his foot in bounds. He'll skip it ahead to Griffin Bush to try to get it across center court. Now driving in. Layup is off the bottom of the backboard. No good. And Lancaster quickly back down the floor with numbers. Ball given to Taylor Williams. He'll drive towards the basket. He'll finish with a right-handed layup on the left side of the rim. 6 points for Williams, 39-36. Lancaster back to within 3. Griffin Bush in the left corner, out to the top to Elliott Hessling. Hessling skips it over to the left wing. Three-pointer's good. Count the bucket and the foul for Jace Halverson. Jace Halverson with his 16th three-pointer of the season and the opportunity to convert a 4-point play. Foul goes against number 11, Taylor Williams, his first personal, team's first of the second half. And the free throw's knocked in. Jace Halverson having himself a game for Dodgeville. 16 points, 43-36. Dodgeville in front of Lancaster and SWC Boys Hoops on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Taylor Williams with a reverse layup under the basket and a frustration foul after the rebound as Jace Halverson got the rebound and tried to break away, but Williams with a quick foul, and that's his second. Lancaster's second of the second half. And it will be Dodgeville basketball as the Arrows applying some pressure in the backcourt. Off the top of the arc, driving towards the basket is Bryce Cuba-Lockard. It bounces off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound collected, though, by the Dodgers as Andrew Hessling tried to bank it in, but his shot was too strong, and Hermson clears the ball for Lancaster. 14:45 left in the second half. Dodgeville 43, Lancaster 36 in the lane. Shot missed by Hermson, and the ball is picked back up by Dane Kaufman. He loses the handle under the basket, and Elliott Hessling back on the floor for Dodgeville. Jace Halverson on the left wing being guarded by Brady Krubel. Ball at the top, duck under move, pass is deflected and recovered by the Dodgers. And a ricochet shot by Jace Halverson off the front of the rim, no good. Zach Hermson with the rebound for Lancaster. Euro steps in the lane, finger roll is good. Zach Hermson with 999 points. He is one away from 1,000. 14 minutes to play in the second half. 43-38 Dodgeville in front of Lancaster. And the layup is overshot, and then Williams tried to get the ball, but Brady Schmitz got the pass, and he dribbled it out of bounds, so it'll stay with Dodgeville. Griffin Bush set to throw in the pass, baseline right side. Carver's Hardwood Flooring, and for Hardwood Flooring stair installation and refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Jackson jabs on the high right side, gives off to the left to Elliott Hessling. Hessling in the lane, and his shot rolls in. Elliott Hessling with his first points of the game, averaging 7 points per contest. 45-38 with 13.5 minutes to go in the second half. Lucas Weber with the ball for Lancaster. Stops his dribble left side of the point, gets to Taylor Williams in the corner. Williams gives out to Kaufman. Puts up a three and knocks down the triple from the left corner. And a timeout taken by the Dodgers. 13:21 left in the second half. 45-41. Dodgeville in front. We're back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lady Center Monroe high school sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com.
In Game 6.
Dodgeville 45, Lancaster 41, 13-10 remaining in the second half. Dodgeville with the ball on the high right side, inlet pass to Hessling. And a floater on the left side of the paint. It's no good. Shot missed by Jackson Jabs, and the rebound collected by Zach Hermson of Lancaster. Hermson needing 1 point for 1,000. Nice fake by Coffin in the left corner, and he knocks down the triple to bring the Arrows to within one. 8 points for Dane Kaufman, back-to-back threes. Make it 45-44, 12:40 remaining. On the baseline now out to the top. Catch and shoot three, and that one knocked down. Jackson Jabs with the answer. Jackson Jabs with his second three-pointer. He's got 8 points. Back to a 4-point lead for Dodgeville. 12:25 left. Lucas Weber out to the top. Brady Mack. He'll try for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Isaiah Argall. Argall gets Jackson Jabs to walk it across center court. Jabs on the high left. Cross-court pass to the right wing to Bryce Krubau-Lockard. Lockard exchanges passes to the teammate. He'll pull up for a jumper. That one spit back out. Argall trying to wrestle away with the rebound. Finds Lockard. He'll load up for three again. Side iron, no. Taylor Williams pulls down the board for Lancaster. Under 12 minutes to play. 48-44. Dodgeville in front. Pull-up jumper for Zach Hermson, and there it is! Zach Hermson with 1,000 points on his career. 48-46. Dodgeville in front. They're not going to stop play. They'll do a recognition during postgame as a pull-up three on the left wing. That one spit back out, and the rebound collected by Brady Mack. Dane Kaufman driving in, trying to get past Bryce Krubau-Lockard, and I think they're going to whistle Krubau-Lockard up for a foul, and that's his third. Dodgeville's first foul of the second half. Bryce Krubau-Lockard with 4 points on the game. He needed 18 coming into tonight's game to reach 1,000 on his career. And Lancaster will inbound baseline right side. Zach Hermson will skip it in. Now finds Dane Kaufman in the right corner. Kaufman in the lane. Pull-up jumper over a double team and gets the shot to go. Dane Kaufman with 8 points in the second half. He's in double figures with 10. We are tied at 48 with 11 minutes to play. Jackson Jabs at the top of the arc. Looking for a teammate to pass to. He'll give off to Stadola on the high right. Now in the right corner, Isaiah Argall. Overhead pass back out to the top to Jabs. Now left wing to Gentry Olsen. Olsen trying to find Stadola down low, but pass is intercepted and stolen away by Brady Krubel. Nice feed, nice finish off the window and in for Dane Kaufman, and a timeout taken, or no, what's this? They're going to say a full timeout. Lancaster didn't like the call, but it's a full timeout. With 10:37 remaining in the second half, Lancaster with its first lead of the game, 50-48. We're back after this on 97.7 Country and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
In Game 7.
Action resumes with 10:35 left, and the ball is poked out of bounds. Who's going to get the ball? They're going to say it's Lancaster ball. Off the Dodgeville inbound. And Zach Hermson will inbound right next to the Lancaster bench. Arrows with their first lead of the game, 50-48 with 10.5 minutes to play. Hermson in the lane, just scored his 1,000th point, gets another shot to go down. Zach Hermson with 19 points. Lancaster up by 4, 52-48 with 10:15 remaining. Stadola, right side of the paint, looking for someone to pass to, gives off to the high right to Jackson Jabs. Now on the high left. Ball's loose and kept alive by Dodgeville, and a push called against Lancaster. They're going to call this on Williams. No, it's going to be on number 12, Brody Krubel, excuse me. That's Krubel's first, Lancaster's third of the half. Dodgeville with one team foul in the second half. Brady Mack and Dane Kaufman check out of the game for the Arrows. Lucas Weber and Brady Schmitz back in the game for Lancaster. Dodgeville with the ball. Catch and shoot three, left wing, back iron, no. Lucas Weber clears the ball for Lancaster. Taylor Williams on the high right, drives into the paint, gives out to the left corner, nearly out of bounds, but Krubel able to save it for Lancaster. Taylor Williams holding the ball with his right arm, gives off to Hermson in the right corner. Hermson driving in with 19 points, gives out to Brady Schmitz, trying to bank it in. That one spit back out, and the rebound collected by Isaiah Argall. Argall stops his dribble at the top of the arc, gives off to the left wing to Jackson Jabs. Jabs to the right wing. Trying to find a teammate, but it's stolen away by Hermson, and Hermson back the other way, trying to lay it in. Shot's no good. They're going to say goaltend. And Hermson will have 21 points on the game. 9:07 left. And Dodgeville inbounding. Dodgers bring it across the timeline, trailing 54-48, 9 minutes remaining. Ball was loose on the high left, but recovered by the Dodgers. Through by Locker, driving towards the basket, reverse layup. That one spins in. Tough shot. Nice finish by Bryce. Through by Locker. 6 points for him. 12 away from 1,000 on his career. Hermson, newest member of the 1,000-point club. He'll pull up for a jumper. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound cleared out by Andrew Hessling of Dodgeville. 4-point lead for Lancaster. Dodgeville trying to retake lead here in the second half, and a jumper made by Bryce Lockard. 6 points for him in the second half, 8 in total. Ball poked out of bounds in front of the Lancaster bench. It'll stay with the Arrows. And Lucas Weber will throw in the inbound pass. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. And by Baus Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher. Baus Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. Dane Kaufman in the left corner. Lost his footing, trying to pass it ahead to a teammate, but it's stolen away by Elliott Hessling. And the Arrows steal it right back. Dane Kaufman with it on the left wing. Finds Lucas Weber in the right corner. He'll pull up for three. Airballs it short of the rim. Griffin Bush there for the rebound. And Dodgeville trying to tie or take the lead on this possession. Shot put up by Jace Halverson is missed. And then ball tapped into the backcourt. It's going to go out of bounds. Who touched it last? And they're going to say it's Dodgeville ball. 7:53 remaining. 54-52. Lancaster in front. Dodgeville will inbound. They have to go the length of the floor. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. On the high left to Griffin Bush. Bush dribbles to the left side of the paint, gives it out to the top. Now swung over to the high right side to Elliott Hessling. Catch and shoot three for Griffin Bush. He knocks it down. Griffin Bush with his second three-pointer of the game. Dodgeville back in front. 55-54, 7:25 remaining. Taylor Williams angles towards the right side, gives off to Brady Schmitz. Schmitz in the paint, kicks out to Lucas Weber. He'll load up for three. He overshoots the rim, and Griffin Bush collects the rebound for Dodgeville. Griffin Bush angles towards the right wing, gives out to Bryce Krubau-Lockard. He's got 8 points. He needs 10 more for 1,000. He'll pull up for a shot. That one spit back out, but he'll go to the line for two as he got fouled on the way up. Foul goes against Dane Kaufman. That's his second. Lancaster's fourth of the second half. Bryce Krubau-Lockard with his first free throw of the game, and it's off the front of the rim. No good. Krubau-Lockard averaging 74% from the foul line on the season. Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional friendly service. And SoundCloud is where you'll find archived audio of our broadcast. Download the SoundCloud app and search Queen Bee Radio Sports, powered by Hearst's Ace Hardware and Home Center. Second free throw by Krubau-Lockard was good. He's got 9 points. 56-54. Dodgeville in front, and Dane Kaufman hit the deck hard as he was trying to convert a shot right under the basket. It'll be the first on Jace Halverson. Team second on Dodgeville. Dane Kaufman at the line. And his first free throw is no good. Dane Kaufman with 10 points in the second half. He's got 12 in total. Game brought to you by Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Dane Kaufman misses the second free throw. 2-point lead for Dodgeville, 6:40 to play. Dodgeville 56, Lancaster 54. Ball poked out of bounds. And they're going to say it's out of bounds on Dodgeville. It was in the area where I couldn't see because the Dodgeville student section is blocking my view in the far right corner. But Lancaster with the ball, trailing by 2, 6.5 minutes to play, and Dane Kaufman, they're going to stop play because Dane Kaufman has a bloody knee. And he'll be tended to for a brief moment. Again, Dodgeville leading 56-54 with 6:32 remaining in the game. Clear Bank with 8 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. McNett Electric and Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew, McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Dane Kaufman has a black bandage now just below his right knee. Arrows with the ball, trailing by 2. Brady Mack in the lane, puts up a shot, rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by the Dodgers. Jace Halverson trying to go coast to coast. Layup is good. Jace Halverson, 18 points for the Dodgers. Taylor Williams trying to answer with a 3 in the left corner. That one bounces out. And Dodgeville collects the rebound, and they're going to slow things down a bit. Griffin Bush to the center court stripe, met by Zach Hermson. Gives off to the top to Andrew Hessling. Hessling finds Halverson. He loads up for 3. But that one no good. Second chance, spins back out. Another offensive board, and a jumper right in front of the basket as Elliott Hessling able to knock it in. Dodgeville back in front by 6, 60-54, 5:37 remaining. Zach Hermson dribbles behind his back. Euro steps in the lane. Finger roll is good. Count the bucket and the foul. Zach Hermson with 21 points. And an opportunity to convert a 3-point play to make it a one-possession game. Rural Mutual agents John Reagan to Deneen Dahl with Reagan Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. Hermson swishes the free throw to convert the 3-point play. Hermson now with 24 points on the game. 60-57. Dodgeville in front. Catch and shoot three in the right corner. That one missed by number 22, Andrew Hessling. And the Arrows collect the rebound with 5:15 remaining. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. On the left corner, Brady Mack. He'll load up for three. He overshoots the rim, and Griffin Bush gets the rebound for Dodgeville. Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. And a layup is missed by Bryce Kruba Lockard right under the basket, but the Dodgers get it right back, and he will finish this time. As Kruba Lockard is now within 7 of 1,000 points on his career. 62-57. Dodgeville in front, and an offensive foul called against Lancaster. Taylor Williams guilty of the foul. That's his third. All three of the fouls for Taylor Williams coming in the second half. And a timeout taken by Lancaster. 4:36 to play. Or no, it's a 30-second stop. We'll keep it here. As Dodgeville leading 62-57. Dodgeville trying to hand Lancaster its first loss in SWC play. Tonight's game brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Vinsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. By Bob's Electric and Dodgeville offers top-quality appliances from GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Frigidaire, and Speed Queen, Bob's Electric in Dodgeville. Edward Jones Results Management in Platteville, Arter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. And the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt, Laura, and Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. 4:32 remaining in the second half. Dodgeville 62, Lancaster 57. Dodgers with the ball coming out of the timeout, and a quick hand check foul called against Taylor Williams. Taylor Williams commits his fourth foul. He's one away from fouling out of the game. He's going to stay in. Dodgeville inbounding baseline right side. Isaiah Argall gets the inbound pass in, and the shot made off the inbound by Bryce Kruba Lockard. A big second half for Kruba Lockard as a foul on the floor called against Dodgeville as Taylor Williams is cutting towards the basket. It'll be the second on Jace Halverson. Dodgeville's fourth foul of the second half. Hermson throwing in the inbound pass right next to the Arrows bench. Hermson finds Dane Coffin. Catch and shoot three in the corner. That one hits the side of the iron, then bounces off the top of the backboard. But the Arrows able to collect the offensive rebound. Brady Schmitz misses a three-pointer in the left wing. Loose ball on the far side of the floor, and the far side official say it's Dodgers basketball with 4:04 left. Dodgeville leading by 7, 64-57. Game brought to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Ball at the right elbow, Griffin Bush dribbles to the top of the arc, gives off to the high right side. Jace Halverson skips it down low to Bush, finds a teammate, that's Jackson Jabs. He'll pull up for a jumper and knocks it down. Jackson Jabs now in double figures with 10, 66-57. 3.5 minutes to play. Dodgeville in front. Brady Schmitz, jumper at the right elbow, knocks it in. Brady Schmitz has 12 points for Lancaster. 66-59 the new score. 3:18 and counting left. Jackson Jabs on the high right side. Now goes off to the left wing. Cutting towards the lane and getting the bucket is Bryce Kruba Lockard. And he is 3 points away from 1,000. 3 minutes to go. Can he do it in this game? As Taylor Williams, his layup's no good. Dodgeville with the rebound. And Jace Halverson dribbles behind his back across center court. His finger roll spins out. No good. And the offensive rebound collected by Dodgeville. Cuba Lockard for the record. Off the side of the rim, no good. Bush gets the rebound, skips it down low. It's a triple team. Now Griffin Bush loading up for three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Brady Schmitz with the rebound for Lancaster. 2.5 minutes to go. 68-59, but a steal and nearly a score for Griffin Bush. Ball still loose on the far side of the floor. And it will stay with Dodgeville. My, oh my, what a frenzied series of events here. 68-59, Dodgeville leading. Dodgers inbounding on the far side of the floor. Jace Halverson throws it in. Goes into the backcourt to Griffin Bush. Bush met by Zach Hermson at center court. Bush in the lane. Finds Jackson Jabs on the right wing. Now it's to the top to Bryce Kruba Lockard. Lockard needs 3 for 1,000. Gives out to the top, and they're going to say Kruba Lockard traveled. Dodgeville turns it over with 2:14 remaining. 68-59 Dodgers in front of the Flying Arrows. Game brought to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Dane Coffin at the top of the arc. Gives off to Taylor Williams in the free throw lane. His floater's out the front of there, no good. Second chance, no good either. Ball poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lancaster. 1:56 to play. 68-59 the score. Dodgeville in front. Andrew Hessling checks back into the game for Dodgeville. Isaiah Argall checks out. Zach Hermson gets it in to Dane Kaufman in the left corner. Kaufman driving in. Pump fakes. Pulls up for a shot. Off the front of the rim, no good, but a foul will send him to the line with 1:49 to play. Dodgeville 68. Lancaster 59. Kaufman at the free throw line. Missed his last 2 free throws. Kaufman with 12 points in total. And he misses the free throw on this trip. Game brought to you by Russell Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington, and Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint. In Lancaster, the second free throw is made by Dane Kaufman to make it an 8-point game. 68-60, 1:49 remaining. We'll keep it here. It's a full timeout. But that'll give us a chance to tell you that our game is brought to you by Breckler Insurance Group. For all your insurance needs, see Steve Lindowski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. WCC Brands Custom Apparel and Kieler at WCC-brands.com. Coleacres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at ColeacresGolfandGrill.com. And Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Great Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. By Laley Center Monroe, call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, and by Rural Mutual Agents John Ragetz and Deneen Dahl with Ragetz & Dahl Insurance Group. Tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs, call them at their office in Lancaster. Southwest Health with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists. You can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. By Community First Bank, freeing the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com. Member FDIC. Dodgeville gets the inbound pass in, trying to navigate the full court press being applied by the Arrows. Dodgeville leading 68-60, 1:44 left, and a big foul. And they're going to say it's a foul on Zach Hermson. And that down is his first. And free throws coming up for Bryce Kruba Lockard. Kruba Lockard has 15 points. He is 3 away from 1,000 on his career. Just had 2 points in the first half. But has had a big second half surge with 13 points in half number 2. Actually, the foul's on Taylor Williams. That's his 5th. He's fouled out of the game. Williams fouls out with 6 points. And the first free throw by Bryce Kruba Lockard is knocked in. Makes it 69-60. Second free throw is swished. 1 more point for Bryce Kruba Lockard. Can he get it in the final minute 40? 10-point lead for the Dodgers, 70-60. Zach Hermson in the corner, finds Dane Kaufman loading up for 3, long range, knocks it down. his third three-pointer of the game. 16 points for Dane Kaufman. Krubal Lockard in the left corner, driving in. His floater off the back iron, no. Scramble for the rebound. And it's recovered by Dodgeville, and the Dodgers call timeout. 1:14 to play. And it's a full timeout. We'll take it too. Back after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 8.
You don't have to live with sinusitis discomfort and painful symptoms any longer. Trust the experience of ENT specialist Dr. Dale Chilson at Grant Regional Health Center, who offers innovative technology and the latest procedures, including CT-guided sinus surgery. Are you ready to find lasting relief from sinusitis to breathe easier? Call 608-723-2131 to schedule your appointment at our specialty clinic location in Lancaster today. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
Celebrate the Dinkies' 100th anniversary this Saturday, January 31st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Fenimore Railroad Historical Museum. The Dinky was a narrow-gauge trail that ran around southwest Wisconsin. The train's last trip was between Woodman and Fenimore on January 30th, 1926. Special program at 11 a.m. Stop by for a tour. Check out the displays and learn more about this piece of southwest Wisconsin history. See the Fenimore Railroad Historical Museum Facebook for details.
In Game 8.
1:14 to play. Dodgeville 70, Lancaster 63. Dodgeville inbounding on the far side of the floor. Bryce Krubal Lockard will throw it into the backcourt to Jackson Jabs. Krubal Lockard is 1 point away from 1,000 on his career. Zach Hermson got 1,000 points earlier tonight, and a quick foul against Lancaster will stop the clock with 1:07 to play. It's against Dane Kaufman. That'll send Jackson Jabs to the line, as that is team foul number 8 on the Arrows. It's the third personal on Kaufman. Jackson Jabs with 10 points on the game. And he misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and Dodgeville gets the rebound. Just over a minute left. Griffin Bush on the high left. And a quick foul against Brady Mack will send Bryce Krubal Lockard to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. And if he gets the front end, that'll be .1000 of his career. And Krubal Lockard gets it. Both Krubal Lockard and Zach Hermson get their 1,000 points in the same game. Congratulations to Bryce Krubal Lockard, and he gets 1,001 to make it a 9-point lead for the Dodgers. 72-63, 55 seconds left. Shot missed by Hermson under the basket, but a foul against the Dodgers should send Zach Hermson to the line. Zach Hermson with 24 points on the game. Trying to cut into this deficit. And the first free throw is knocked in by Hermson. 72-64, Dodgeville leading Lancaster. Again, both Zach Hermson and Bryce Krubal Lockard reached 1,000 points on their respective careers in this game. And Hermson gets the second free throw to go. And a timeout taken by Lancaster. 72-65. And I believe it's a full timeout. We'll keep it here. Again, we don't know how rare the occurrence is that two players, one on each opposing team, scores 1,000 points in the same game, but a very historic night here in Lancaster as two players from Southwest Wisconsin breaking one of the key milestones in scoring in high school boys basketball. Congratulations to both Zach Hermson and Bryce Krubal Lockard. Tonight's game brought to you by McNett Electric in Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call. I'm ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. after the game. We'll have the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. We'll pick out the Herms's Ace Hardware MVP, the Tri-Core Turning Point, and the West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. 52.8 seconds left here in Lancaster. Dodgers 72, Lancaster 65. Dodgeville trying to hand Lancaster its first conference loss of the season. And a foul from behind as Brady Mack fouls Bryce Krubau-Lockard, and Lockard will go to the line. Krubau-Lockard with 19 points on the game. He only had 2 points in the first half. He scored 17 points in the second half to help lift the Dodgers in front of the Arrows. And the first free throw knocked in. Dane Kaufman checks out, or checks back in, I should say. Brody Krubel checking out for Lancaster. And the second free throw for Krubau-Lockard is knocked in. 74-65, back to a 9-point lead for Dodgeville. Dane Kaufman brings it across center court. Stops his dribble at the top of the arc. Gives out to Hermson. Hermson, he'll load up for three on the right wing. Off the front of the rim, no good. Bryce Krubau-Lockard with the rebound. And Lucas Weber will foul him to send him to the line. Assuming that this score holds, it'll bring Dodgeville its 10th win of the season. Dodgeville's next game will be Saturday in Platteville against Cuba City at the Platteville Classic. We'll have that game on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as Krubau-Lockard gets the first free throw down. As Dodgeville's in the double bonus, and the second free throw made on this trip by Krubau-Lockard. 23 points for Krubau-Lockard, 21 of them in the second half. And Kaufman loading up for three straight ahead, tried to draw a contact, no foul called, and Krubau-Lockard gets the rebound for Dodgeville, and the Dodgers just trying to play keep away from the Arrows with the final 20 seconds left. And a foul against Lancaster, I believe it's against Lucas Weber. Or no, it's on Dane Kaufman. That'll be the fourth on Kaufman. And two more free throws coming up for the Dodgers. Jackson Jabs at the line. And the first free throw for Jabs is in. Jackson Jabs with 11 points for Dodgeville. 77-65 the new score with 19.5 minutes to go, or 19.5 seconds left. Second free throw, no good. Dane Kaufman loading up for three in the left corner. Off the back iron, no. Hermson trying to get the rebound. Jace Halverson gets the rebound. 10 seconds remaining, and the Dodgers will dribble it out. Dodgeville, your winner over Lancaster, 77-65 on a historic night in high school boys basketball in Southwest Wisconsin. Two players reaching the 1,000-point mark in the same game, as the Dodgers get the win over Lancaster and hand the Arrows its first conference loss in the 2025-2026 season. Dodgeville goes to 10-6. They are 4-2 in the SWC. And Dodgeville's next game is coming up on Saturday in Platteville against Cuba City. We'll have that game on Super Hits 106 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster falls to 11-4, 5-1 in the SWC. And Lancaster will take on Galena in Platteville. We'll have that game on X1071 in the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Once again, your final score, 77-65. Dodgeville beats Lancaster. We'll see if we can get both Bryce Krubau-Lockard and Zach Hermson for some post-game thoughts, part of our Tri-State Roofing LLC post-game show. That's all straight ahead on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In Game 9.
Dodgeville, your winner over Lancaster, 77-65 in SWC boys basketball. Coming up, our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show with our Hearst's Ace Hardware MVP, the Tricor Turning Point, and the West End Salvage scrapper of the game. All straight ahead on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
I'm Todd Mitchell, Vice President, Retail Lending Officer at Mound City Bank in Platteville. Are you ready to start building that dream home you've always wanted? We'll be there for you through the entire process, from securing the loan when you find the perfect property to managing your construction loan. We keep the process moving so you can focus on making memories. Contact us at Mound City Bank at 888-622-6069. And let's get working on making your dream a reality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mound City Bank.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
In Game 10.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Dodgeville victorious over Lancaster, handing the Arrows their first loss in conference play, 77-65. And on this historic night, we're being joined by Bryce Cuba-Lockard, one of the two players that reached 1,000 points on their respective careers here tonight. Bryce, congratulations on the feat and congratulations on the win. Had to dig real deep in the second half to reach the milestone and help lift the Dodgers over the Arrows tonight. Talk about what was said at halftime and what the big run was to get things started for the Dodgers here in the second half.
Thank you. We talked in halftime. We got to keep being physical and keep passing, drive to the lane, get kicks outside early, and just come out with the same energy that we started the game with, but we just found our way to get it done.
Yep, and let's talk about the milestone briefly for just a second. What does this milestone mean to you personally?
I've been wanting this for like about 4 years, so it feels really good to get it finally.
Yep, able to get it against a tough opponent against Lancaster, and needed the points tonight to get the victory over the Arrows. And, going back to the first matchup in the season, you really took it to Lancaster in that game, but then the Arrows were able to come back late in the game. Talk about what things you adjusted in this rematch to get the win tonight.
We wanted to be more physical. I think last game we weren't as physical as we wanted to be and play more as a team. And we did that tonight, and we got it done.
Yep, got the win, and now I believe it's a 4-game winning streak for the Dodgers, so a lot of positive momentum for the Dodgers right now. What things have been going right for Dodgeville in this stretch?
Just really playing as a team. I love everyone on the team. I go to war with them every single day, and really just a bond of brothers.
Yep, awesome. And then the next game coming up on Saturday against Cuba City, we'll have that game on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. So kind of a quick turnaround, only 1 day rest before another game. Talk about the things that you and your teammates are going to work on ahead of the matchup with the Cubans.
I think we're going to try to come out with the same energy we came out this game, keep working on the things we need to work on for them, and yeah, just get a little bit of rest. Get ready for practice tomorrow.
All right, awesome. Well, congratulations on the feat. Congratulations on the win. Go enjoy it. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, that's Bryce Cuba-Lockard of the Dodgeville Dodgers joining us on our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. Dodgeville the winner over Lancaster, 77-65. We'll take a timeout. We'll have more on the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 3 minutes.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-771-6867. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-771-6867. That's 800-771-6867.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drugged driving and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Departments of Health Services, Transportation, and Justice.
Escape the winter chill at Mountain View RV's Cabin Fever Weekend, Friday, January 30th through Sunday, February 1st. See their impressive selection of new 26 and 25 models inside their spacious showroom and enjoy early bird specials with up to 20% off most in-stock parts and accessories. Mountain View RV has the top brands of new and used travel trailers and fifth wheels at the biggest RV event of the season, January 30th through February 1st only at Mountain View RV. Family owned since 1998, exit 26 off Highway 151, Belmont.
Southwest Tech is excited to announce a new precision agronomy program designed to equip students with cutting-edge skills in agricultural technology, crop management, and data-driven decision-making. This innovative program combines classroom instruction with hands-on experience on their newly acquired 80 acres of cropland. Graduates of the precision agronomy program have a variety of career paths within Wisconsin's robust ag sector. Don't wait. Take the next step today. Learn more and apply for the precision agronomy program now at swtc.edu.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
It's time for the Tri-State Roofing Postgame Show. This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Time now for the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Dodgeville the winner over Lancaster in SWC boys basketball tonight, 77-65, and we are joined by the victorious head coach, Matt McGraw. Coach, thanks for joining us. Congrats on the win. A very gritty game, a very back-and-forth game, a lot of momentum swings as you expect in these tough conference games, but talk about how huge this win is. Not only for the Dodgers to keep the momentum going, but able to close within striking distance of Lancaster in the conference title race.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth when you said it was going to be a back-and-forth game like you'd expect. We certainly expected that. We were able to get, a nice lead early, but you just knew they were going to come battling back, and it wasn't going to be a game that we would run away with, which they did, which we expected they'd do. We said in a couple timeouts that against good teams, it's a game of runs, and when we went and they cut it to 2 on us and there was a timeout, we said it's our time to make a run, and the guys responded, and we were able to do what we needed to do to get the win.
Yep. Dodgeville led by as many as 12 in different stretches and obviously got the 12-point win here tonight. But it seemed like when Lancaster got back in, it was all of a sudden they were back into it. Talk about how your team was able to be resilient and kind of weather those storms that Lancaster brought back.
Yeah, and we know they can shoot it, and both the times that they came back, it wasn't just threes, but they certainly made a few to cut it quickly. You know, I know two possessions in a row they had three that went from 12 to 6 real quickly. But you could just see in the guys' eyes, like it's not going to phase us. We're going to respond, and we're going to do what we need to do now. And ultimately, that's what they're able to do. And you asked earlier about the conference. We still need a little bit of help. Obviously, they've only got one conference loss. But we said for the last couple days we can control what we can control. And the only thing we can control is how we play today. And then we let the things fall as they may from the conference standpoint. So we did take care of what we needed to take care, and now we'll just hope that we continue to play well to potentially have a chance at being in the conference championship conversation.
Yep, Matt McGraw with us on our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. The Dodgeville head coach, Dodgeville getting the win over Lancaster 77-65. Let's talk about the Herbst's Ace Hardware MVP for the Dodgers tonight. Bryce Grubauer-Lockard obviously getting that 1,000-point mark here tonight, but as we were talking off air before our postgame show about, it seemed like he wasn't going to get it in the first half. He only had 2 points, but had a 21-point burst in the second half and really had big buckets that really propelled Dodgeville to the win tonight. Talk about what this milestone means to you as his coach and what this means to this team.
Yeah, first of all, for the game standpoint, he got into attack mode, and his threes weren't falling like they were the other night, so he got into attack mode, and he got downhill, and he wasn't going to be stopped. And that was a huge part of us getting the lead the last time, back up to around 12. He also shot extremely well from the free throw line to help close it out. As far as the 1,000 points, I'm just so proud of him. He's such a hard worker, and always asking to get in the gym, always asking to do the extra. But what I think I'm most proud about is we go into the locker room tonight and we celebrate the win quickly, and then we celebrate Bryce, and the first thing he says is, I can't do any of this without all of you. So that just tells you what type of teammate he is. Mm-hmm. And, somebody like that absolutely deserves this honor.
Yep, absolutely. So Bryce Grubauer-Lockard, one of our co-MVPs, our Herbst's Ace Hardware MVP. I'll ask you about the Tricor Turning Point, Coach, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. I don't know if it was exactly one specific moment, but one of the things that I noticed as I was tallying up the stats, the free throw shooting for the team in the second half, 13 of 14 from the line, and those free throws really added up and were huge, especially when you win by 12. If you're 13 of 14 from the foul line, controlling what you can control, as you said, that's a pretty big measurable and a big key reason why Dodgeville got the win tonight.
Yeah, you were right. There were a lot of things that could be turning points, but when you shoot that well from the line, especially when you're in double bonus and they're having to foul, and you can keep extending the lead even if they score once or twice, or at least keeping the lead the same, that's huge. And our guys, Bryce was a big part of that, but all the guys that stepped to the line were very successful, obviously, when you shoot that good a percentage. But also the other turning point I had was when they came up and pressured and really put pressure on. Early, we got into extra dribbles and we got into a little bit of helter-skelter. And once we calmed down and adapted, we were able to do the things that we did early in the game against maybe not quite as much pressure, but with some of the same types of things we needed to do to be successful. So that was huge for us, not allowing their pressure to dictate what we do offensively.
Yeah, but the final question, fourth win in a row for Dodgeville. Got a game coming up on Saturday in Platteville against Cuba City. We'll have that game on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. What does Dodgeville have to do to keep that momentum going against the Cubans?
Well, the first thing is we have to continue to worry about the little things that make us good. And I talked a little bit about that, getting downhill, getting paint touches, getting kickouts for threes from inside out versus just swing all the time. That makes us really good. The other thing that we talk about a lot is our communication, both offensively and defensively. And in a loud gym, it's hard to tell, but they did an extremely good job of communicating tonight, especially on the defensive end. Covering up gaps for if one of their big three got by our main defender. So those couple things are huge. And Cuba City's a good team. Their record, doesn't show exactly how good they really are. I haven't watched a lot of them on film. I kind of have a philosophy that I won't watch the next team until the one before is done. So I've got some work to do tonight. But just seeing in, scouting other teams and, seeing them a little bit, I know that we're going to have to be ready to go on Saturday after a one day's rest here.
Yeah, what a heck of a game. It was a fun team to watch, a fun game to call. Congrats on the win. Go enjoy it, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate your coverage.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks.
Yep. That's Coach Matt McGraw of the Dodgeville Dodgers, kind enough to join us on our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. We'll see if we can track down Zach Hermson to chat with us as well. The other 1,000-point scorer in our basketball game tonight. And we were able to catch his attention, and he's going to make his way up to the booth right now. And Zach Hermson is making his way to join us. Zach, congratulations on the feat tonight, reaching 1,000 points on your career. Unfortunately, didn't get the win for the team tonight against Dodgeville, but talk about this milestone for you and your basketball career, what this 1,000-point mark means to you.
It means a lot to me. It's been something I've been working for since I picked up a ball in second grade. One goal I've always had, especially stepping into high school. Started young. We had a bigger goal as a team tonight, though. Conference champ, stay undefeated. That didn't come out here, but it was great to get this. And Bryce, I played a couple games at AAU with him as well, and he got that tonight as well. So happy for him.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting subplot because as we were kind of talking about it during the game, we don't know how often this happens where players from opposing teams are going for kind of the same record. Did that add to the dynamic at all as far as, did you want to get it first versus him or anything like that?
No, I just came here to get it and hopefully win the game. That was my main goal. It was just win tonight. If I had 4 points or 44 points, main goal was to win. It was great to get it before him, though, and then I was happy for him as well when he got it right after me.
Yep, absolutely. And then let's talk about the game a little bit because it was a game of momentum swings where, Dodgeville did get out to a big lead. They led by 12. You guys were able to come back, take the lead for a brief moment, and then they go on a bit of a run. Talk about the momentum swings, the things that went right for Lancaster and where things didn't go your way.
Right out the gate, we were kind of sluggish in my opinion. Defense wasn't sound. Rebounding wasn't good. Weren't hitting shots, which is a big part. There were like 7 minutes left. We got into it, though. Defensive rhythm was there. Offensive rhythm, pushing the pace up and down the court. It was good. And then the second half, they came out, hit the first, I believe, 8 points, put us down into a little hole. We fought back to tie it up at 54, I believe.
Yep.
And then they hit a couple more threes there. And then we kind of ran out of momentum towards the end of gas.
Yep, and looking ahead, we've got the game coming up on Saturday, taking on Galena. Non-conference basketball, we'll have that on X1071 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. This is now the third of 4 games that Lancaster has lost. So what are the things that you're going to be emphasizing with your teammates and getting ready for the matchup to get things right against Galena?
Just staying together. Lulls like this, when you start off 8-0, you're used to winning. You get in a little losing slump. You got to stay together as a group. Mainly, defense is one thing we've been preaching all year with our new coach, Coach Schulte. Been doing a heck of a job with us this year. So we just got to stay focused, watch some film of this one, see what we got to improve on, and then hopefully come out and execute versus Galena.
All right, should be a fun matchup. Looking forward to that one on Saturday. Congratulations on the milestone. Go enjoy it. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, that's Zach Hermson of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. We were able to chat with both 1,000-point scorers in our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show tonight as Dodgeville got the win over Lancaster 77-65. A brief run-through of the individual scoring for both teams here tonight. Dodgeville led in scoring tonight by Bryce Grubauer-Lockard with 23 points, 21 of those points coming in the second half tonight. Other players in double figures, 18 points for Jace Halverson and 11 points for Jackson Jabs. Just missing double figures was Andrew Hessling with 9. 6 points for Griffin Bush. 4 points for Elliot Hessling, and 2 points apiece for Isaiah Argall and Blake Stadola. As a team, Dodgeville was 16 of 18 at the foul line, including 13 of 14 in the second half, and the Dodgers hit 5 3-pointers in the second half. Or in the game, excuse me. For the Flying Arrows, they were led in scoring tonight by Zach Hermson, had a game-high 26 points, 13 points in each half tonight for Zach Hermson. Then 16 points for Dane Kaufman, 14 of those points coming in the second half. 12 points for Brady Schmitz, and 6 points for Taylor Williams. 3 points for Brody Krubel, 2 points for Brady Mack. Lucas Weber saw time but did not score for the Arrows in the game. Lancaster 5 of 12 from the foul line, and they had 6 3-pointers on the game. We'll see both these teams on Saturday as part of a boys basketball triple header on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations. We'll have Lancaster taking on Galena on X1071 on Saturday morning. And then in the early afternoon, we will have Dodgeville taking on Cuba City on Super Hits 106, part of the Platteville Classic going on Saturday at Platteville High School. Again, Dodgeville goes to 10-6 on the season. They are 4-2 in the SWC. Lancaster falls to 11-4 overall, 5-1 in SWC action. The first conference loss for the Flying Arrows on the season. We'll take a quick break and we'll do a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard and tell you what we have coming up this weekend in high school sports coverage as our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show wraps up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
Wrapping up the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Dodgeville, your winner over Lancaster, 77-65. Doing a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Our final on Super Hits 106. Darlington beats Cuba City 66-47. And on X1071, Mineral Point, the winner over Southwestern 71-67. And we'll see if we got any other updates on our Shoebox scoreboard. Schulzberg over Benton 74-49 in girls basketball. And I don't see any new scores across our text thread, so I think that's all the scores we can bring you on the Shoebox scoreboard. Steve Prescott will have the full wrap-up of our sports coverage in the area tomorrow morning on 97.7 Country WGLR during News and Sports. And looking ahead to tomorrow, got girls basketball, Belmont at Barneveld in a Six Rivers crossover game. That'll be a good one right here on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Raleigh Chiefs pregame for 6:40, tip-off after 7 o'clock. Then on Saturday, the Southwest Clash, the SWC and SWAL teams going at it in one of the toughest conference meets in Wisconsin. We'll have coverage of that from Richland Center after 8:40 on Saturday morning on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Then we have a boys basketball triple header from the Platteville Classic at Platteville High School. It will get started with Galena taking on Lancaster. We'll have that game on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our pregame coverage set for 11:10. Then the second game, we'll have Dodgeville taking on Cuba City roughly around 1 o'clock on Super Hits 106. And then back on X1071 for the finale of the triple header, East Dubuque taking on Platteville. We'll have that on X1071 at about 2:30. All of the games from Platteville will be on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. You can check out the full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPVL.com. Before I forget, our post-game awards, our Hermson's Ace Hardware co-MVPs, again, both Bryce Kruba, Lockard, and Zach Hermson, who reached 1,000 points on their respective careers here tonight, a feat that we don't know how common it is or how rare it is. It's not really something that's documented, but a really cool footnote on this amazing game between two teams here tonight as both Bryce Kruba, Lockard, and Zach Hermson reached the 1,000-point milestone here tonight. Congratulations to both those young men. Coach Matt McGraw talked about our Tricor Turning Point earlier, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. And we need to pick out our West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. It's the player whose hustle and scrapping has stood out and trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. The one player I'll submit for that is Jace Halverson of Dodgeville. He was very scrappy in the game. Also, Andrew Hessling of Dodgeville as well. He got things going for the Dodgers early on. He scored the first 8 points, I believe, for the Dodgers in the game. So we'll give it both to Jace Halverson and Andrew Hessling, our co-scrappers of the game, brought to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster. And that'll put a bow on our broadcast here tonight. Thank you to Brett Rollins and the entire staff here at Lancaster High School for being gracious hosts. As always, thank you to both head coaches Matt McGraw and Brian Knapp for the pregame interviews. Also to Coach McGraw for joining me for the postgame interview. Also to both Bryce Kruba, Lockard, and Zach Hermson for some postgame thoughts as well after both those young men reached the 1,000-point milestone here tonight. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by Laley Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Once again, your final score, Dodgeville beats Lancaster 77-65. Dodgeville goes to 10-6. They will take on Cuba City on Saturday in Platteville. We'll have that game on Super Hits 106. Lancaster falls to 11-4 and 5-1 in the SWC. Arrows will get back on the right track, or try to get back on the right track on Saturday when they take on Galena in Platteville on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night from Lancaster. We'll see you for more basketball tomorrow and wrestling this weekend. Good night, everyone.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
The Tri-State's best variety of country. 97.7 Country, WGLR-FM. Lancaster. Serving Platteville, Dubuque, Galena, and beyond. On WGLR.com. A Queen Bee radio station.